Ben Moore, what is your biggest regret in life so far?
Um, my biggest regret in life. Are we talking about
Anything?
business? It's tricky because, when you talk about regrets or things that you'd wish you'd have done differently, I'm not sure there is anything I would change because there's that argument of that butterfly effect, right? If you change one thing, it might have changed the trajectory of what was to follow. So I wouldn't go as far to say as I've got any massive regrets or things that I'd change. But I think I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues, Scott, the other week. And when I look back, and I'll keep this specific to business, when I look back on my career and how it's developed and unfolded, one criticism that I've got is that I started up my first business very, very young with very limited experience. And for my own personal growth, I never had anyone to challenge me. I never had anyone senior to me. Never had anyone to help me and guide me and mentor me. And in that respect, I feel as though I maybe stunted my own growth for a period of time, and maybe I could have worked a bit more intelligently as I was growing my career and getting to the point that I have. So,
We've met quite a few times in the last 3 or 4 years, and I've noticed that you certainly have matured. I got the feeling 2 or 3 years ago that you suffered from shiny object syndrome of going from one to the other and almost. What has enabled you to almost just take a step back and go, well, actually, I'm okay on the path where I'm going. I'm enjoying the journey. Because if you don't mind me saying, a couple of years ago, you were saying one thing but doing something else. I've noticed a difference in a positive way.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And I think that's just an evolution of life, right? You get older, you mature, your circumstances change, you gain a different perspective, you learn from your experiences. And to be honest, Chris, I'm happy, is the best way I can explain it now. I'm happy and content. I don't feel as though I need to chase the next big thing or the next adventure. I kind of feel as though where I am in my life at the moment, the enjoyment that I'm getting from what I'm doing day to day, the money that I'm making, the impact that I feel that I'm having, which is more important for me than money, I feel as though I've got a right balance. And because of that, there's no need to chase shiny objects because I'm very happy in my own life and in myself.
How would you recommend other people find that happiness and contentment?
It's difficult because, it's tough to give a one-size-fits-all response to a question like that. I think ultimately it comes down to just being honest with yourself in terms of what do you actually want from not just business, but what do you want from life? Where do you want to be? What's your value system? What's important to you? What life do you want to lead and build? And I think once you can become comfortable with what makes you happy, not necessarily what society's expectation of happiness looks like or what I say happiness looks like, once you can get to grips with who you are as an individual and the life that you want to build, I think you can almost reverse engineer from that point to be content and to be comfortable and not feel as though you're always missing out or you always need to chase the next big thing. Happiness, for me, comes from within in that respect.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me.